This PSA was brought to you by the Peter G Show.
You may have second thoughts after the show.
Don't drink the faucet. We're really talented. We should get Oscars.
Just pick out a car, for Christ's sake.
No, hi, my name is Peter. Yeah, I want. Here's good.
Yeah.
Madam Perry.
I need to get back in the genie bottle.
Louis from Pennsylvania, you're on. He likes it. It's showtime.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? January 1st, 2025, folks. Right here. You made it. If you're watching this show right now, or anytime after the show, actually, it means you made it. You made it through another year. It's been a tough year. It's been a tough several years, probably 4 or 5. Yesterday was the 5th anniversary, if you want to call it, or not an anniversary, sadness of when the old Coverini showed up and that whole scam and pandemic started hitting and throwing us into a whirlwind. But if you're watching this show right now, you've made it, and I thank you and welcome to the first show, Life of Peter G, the Peter G Show, the first show of 2025. I'm here on New Year's Day night. Happy New Year's, everybody. You made it. Congratulations. It wasn't easy. It's still not going to be easy, but it's going to get better. Promise. It's going to get better. There's going to be a lot of change going on within these next few years, but cross your fingers and pray that it's going to be better. But I thank you for joining tonight and every night, anytime, watching Life of Peter G, the Peter G Show, especially on the 1st of January, tonight, right here, live with me, New Year's Day 2025. We're going to open the phone lines up tonight in a while, and I want to hear what your New Year's resolutions may be, or what you're not going to do for 2025, the lessons you have learned from the past. I'd like to hear from a couple of people about, what's going on, what we are going to be doing to move forward, and what you're not going to do. Tell me some of the stories. It's like I look, been there, done that, not doing this no more. I learned my lesson. Lots of those in life. But that's what we're doing tonight. Plus, I got a few things. If nobody calls, I got plenty of entertainment for you because you're watching Life of Peter G, the Peter G Show, every Wednesday, like clockwork, God willing, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So thank you. And I remind you, folks, to please share. I'm still fighting the fight. I will always be fighting the fight until they get it straightened out, if they ever get it straightened out on censorship. Sometimes I am going against the grain, saying things that they don't want to be heard, but I will not stop, especially as we carry on through this year. I made that promise to you last year, and last year I did it. I managed to not get banned from the tube. Who's these guys? Where I got it right here. I didn't get banned at all last year, but God, they started going through all my stuff and taking down shows from 3-4 years ago. They just really did a good, thorough wash of me to make sure that they rid of all the shows that I might be bringing information to you that you may be concerned with, that you may need to know about the old Jabberini and all that kind of stuff. And we were just talking casually back then. We were just talking about it because it needed to be talked about. But they didn't want you hearing stuff. And I'm telling you, there's so much information that is out there now on the negativity, on the mistake of that whole deal. And we'll be talking about that this year too, hopefully. And again, if they take me down, they take me down, but I won't go down without a fight. So I thank you. But please, 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 I still need your help. I need you to share, follow, like all the platforms. It's really funny. I've been noticing this over December. I promised myself I wasn't going to really talk current events for the holidays. I was really going to talk about the just life, getting through the holidays. I've done that every single year, getting through the holidays. And I didn't talk about, controversial things. And I'm noticing on my Facebook page, like the main Peter G Show page, by the way, if you want to comment, I need you to make sure that you're subscribed, and it's free, onto the Peter G Show, official Peter G Show YouTube page, or the official Facebook Peter G Show page, or the LinkedIn official Peter G Show page. I can see your comments live pretty much. If you start making comments on all my other pages, because there's 2 other Facebook pages and there's all these other pages, I can't see the comments live. I'll see them later, maybe, but I'll try to see your comments live. And that way, if there's something you want to say, I can look at them in a little while and talk to you. And try to answer you, but that's how it's working. But I want to be able to talk about these topics. I do. And the thing I'm saying is, so I was trying to stay squeaky clean over the holidays, like talking only about the holidays and people having problems during the holidays. And I watched a big drop off in followers. I mean, not big, but enough. I mean, I just don't understand it. I really don't. Either you like me or you don't. You accept me for who I am. You take me for whether I'm giving in this direction or this direction. But either way, a deal's a deal. And I'm watching a lot of a huge, maybe because I'm not doing that controversial stuff, I personally don't take happiness in having to talk that stuff, but I will do it because I feel it's that important that you stay informed. I say it all the time. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just bringing things to your attention that you might want to think about. It's important. It's important stuff. Things you may have not taken into consideration because you're watching mainstream media, and mainstream media is a circus. I'm not saying what I do is anything that great. It's pretty damn good. What I'm saying is I'm, to the best of my ability, trying to bring you things that you're not going to hear or question the things that you're hearing. I question everything now. Some things I've really learned, and once your eyes are open, your eyes are open. And you can call me names and say whatever you want. I'm, cautious about everything I'm hearing, including today. I'm going to tell you about something. But either way, I'm bringing you things, and I'm not going to stop. It's going to get heavier and heavier because I want you to stay informed. I want you to question, and I want you to do critical thinking. That word has never come so, important. Critical thinking. Don't just believe everything you're seeing on TV. It's got to be true. It's on TV. Not even me. You can question me, but I'm putting it out there for you to question and then make up your own decisions. I'm watching this drop off. I'm going, okay, I get it. Yeah, everybody loves a train wreck. I totally get that. But I don't want to be, a Jerry Springer. I think Jerry Springer was great. I enjoyed watching Jerry Springer. I did. And he didn't do anything bad. He just stood there and took observation of the situation. God bless Jerry Springer. He had a great show on for 25, 30 years. It was trashy. But man, talk about entertainment. Anyway, you get my point. I will continue to bring you things that I feel that are pertinent. Health, life, everything, all the way around. It's important. and I appreciate you sticking with me, but I need your help, okay? So please subscribe. Go to these YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. The Facebook. Make sure you're following. The BitChute. BitChute does very well. It's way better than YouTube. At least they let me say what I got to say, and there's people following. But Rumbles and you LinkedIn. I want you to just be on all those platforms. Just click it. X. Instagram. I can't get arrested on Instagram. I made a big thing about that. Was it a week ago? I don't understand it. I really don't. And TikTok? Something's going on there. It can't just be me. But I was complaining how everything seems like it's getting cut in half, like the views. This was 9 months ago. And now that cut in half of views is getting cut in half even more. You can't tell me I have thousands of followers on TikTok and I'm getting 5 views on one thing and 100 views. And then all of a sudden you get thousands of views. It's like, I don't, something's really fishy, and we're going to talk about that too. But this is where we're at right here, January 1st, first day of the year, New Year's Day show night with Peter G right here. I'm your host, and I thank you for being part of this show. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I want to talk to you. Speaking of things, let's go. I don't know who's been paying attention today, sadly, but in New Orleans, they had somebody who ran a truck through a crowd and killed, so far, 15 people have died at 3 a.m. last night after the ball drop or after New Year's Eve. He killed, so far, it's 15 people because there's a bunch of people that are in the hospital, critical condition, and all that kind of stuff. Now, this guy was said to be an American, but he's kind of a Middle Eastern. I mean, he comes from Middle Eastern descent or whatever. He was in the army, so they claim. So they don't know, whether terrorists, what to think. But the thing is, here's what I'm talking about. Don't believe everything you see. But right away, they were quick to point out that the truck that he was running people over with had ISIS decals on the back. So right away, it's like, I mean, if I was going to run people over or do something bad, I'm not going to advertise who I'm with or from. I mean, it may be true, or it may be, once again, another setup, another psychological, like lots of crazy things are going to be going on. Number one, we've let millions of people over the border, don't know who they are. 100,000 easily are known to be terrorists. People from terrorist countries that have gotten away, that have just crossed the border, and we know they're in the country. Don't think that bad things aren't going to happen in this country eventually. Sadly, I wish I didn't have to say this. Hang on. Yo, bro, Happy New Year. Underrated show. I think YouTube is shadow banned you. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I know I am. I've been shadow banned for 3 years now. But there's other, thank God for Facebook and this and that. But, it just kind of sucks because YouTube is a good go-to. I'm trying to grab the people that are sitting on the fence, and YouTube is a really big platform. I'm trying to grab these people that are clueless, not the ones that are hell-bent that I suck. I don't care. I don't need them. I don't care. They can go pound sand. But thank you, though. But the thing is, so at 3 a.m. or 3:30, whatever time it was, some guy ran down. He jumped the curb and ran down a bunch of people, as many as he could, and he had a gun, and he took out a couple of cops, too, I think. I mean, bad stuff. And I'm telling you, and it saddens me to have to tell you this. I hate being Mr. Gloom and Doom. But we're in a world of shit coming up. Because we have let too many people just walk across that border and don't know who they are, that hate the United States. And for those of you who are pro open borders and all that, you can go pound sand too. I'm all for immigration, but legal immigration. Okay? And we are going to be in a world of hurt. And the ones who say, oh, Peter, you're full of shit and this and that, the only way you can keep saying that is because it hasn't affected you yet. But it's going to. Eventually. I don't want it to affect anybody. Innocent people died. 15 so far innocent people are dead. Why? For going out for New Year's Eve to celebrate life. Another year. And they died on that day. Senselessly. Oh, look. Hey, Pete. Happy New Year. Hey, man. Hey, Paul. Keep pedaling. Gonna need that power source. We need more energy over here. Paul says, Happy New Year. My Gulf Coast affiliate. You must be working. That's why you're watching. Because if you're with the missus, with the little lady, you'd be busy. Honeydew. 24/7 honeydew. Love is a blessed thing. We're going to talk about love too tonight too. So stick around, Paul. Love you. Again. So not only am I'm cautious because they quickly identified there was ISIS decals on the back of the truck. I don't know, but I wouldn't be putting it just like too many obvious, something obvious like, he's ISIS. That remains to be determined because I'm telling you, the shooting of the United Healthcare CEO, I'm still not buying that crap. I'm not buying it. It's too easy. It looks like another Lee Harvey Oswald setup, except in modern times, and it's way harder to get away with this stuff unless you just accept it and move on because, again, it hasn't affected your life. But tell that to his wife with the 2 children he left behind senselessly. Who knows what's really going on behind the stories? I've heard all kinds of things. I've heard rumors that he was going to testify against Pelosi for insider trading. I mean, there's so much crap going on. The government, our government needs to be flushed down the toilet. And I'm hoping that this year we're going to be using some serious extra strength liquid plumber. But until we get there, we still have there's a mess, and we don't know what's going to happen. And stuff is going to happen. Now they're worried about the inaugural celebration. January 20th is the same as the playoffs for the college basketball games or something like that. They want to make sure they got both bases covered. I mean, these are 2 huge events. There's so many events and ways to be taken advantage of. And again, there's these sick son of a bitches who just want to take people out. It's not going to change things, but they just want to instill hurt. And then on top of it, later on this afternoon in Las Vegas, a Tesla truck was pulled up into the front of Trump Towers in Las Vegas and exploded, kinda, with the person inside the truck. And it wasn't a Tesla battery fire. Now they know, they definitely know it was a rented Tesla, and somebody came from who knows where, and they pulled it up in front of Trump Tower and had things in the back of the truck that exploded. Fortunately, nobody was killed. A couple of minor injuries. The person in that truck killed himself. How friggin' sick do you have to be to commit suicide? I mean, this is Middle Eastern, caveman, the sadistic bullshit from the other side of the world kind of stuff. This is what they do. I mean, the odds of it being a Tesla truck that pulled up into Trump Towers, there's no coincidence there. Somebody's sending a message or trying to, do something. because of the way things are going. And I'm telling you, getting to January 20th is going to be a task. There's going to be we have not gotten there yet. Can't wait to see what's going to be next to try to slow the process down or make it not happen, because the forces that be in the background, deep state bullshit, these people who are not going to let it go, that they are getting ready to be ousted. Their plan of New World Order and all this crap is gone. It's not going to happen. We will not let it happen. But they're not going to go down without a fight either. They're going to go down kicking and screaming till we finally get them. And we will. I heard stories that Bill Gates wants to have a meeting. He wants to go to Mar-a-Lago to have a meeting with Trump. Bill Gates, one of the most evilest of evil. He just doesn't seem like it. Seems like nerd guy. Billionaire nerd guy. Billionaire nerd guy is bad, bad, bad. He wants you to eat bugs and synthesized grown lab meat. He won't eat it. I guarantee you he won't eat it. He's the one who creates the problem and just happens to have the solution. You know how much money he made investing in all the pharma for the jabs? He made all this. Sorry. I guess I didn't turn my thing off. You know how much money he made? He's bad. He's up there with the New World Order people, the World Health Organization, all of them. All of a sudden, he's a scholar on science and this and that. It's like, screw you, Bill Gates. Screw you. He's bad, folks. Not gonna let that stuff go. And more information, we'll be getting into this all year long, because until these people get put to silence, just go live your rich life and get out of here. You're lucky to be alive. There'll be no peace. Well, we got a lot to talk about tonight, but I'm just saying that don't believe everything you are hearing. Things just don't add up right. Again, I go back to the United Healthcare CEO. Oh, look who I got tonight. Sorry, I'm reading text. I'm losing my mind. I'm hearing a song in my head. How much is that doggy in the window? I don't know why. I don't know why I'm hearing that song. Anyway, maybe I'll go eat some pasta or something. I don't know. But the thing is, these people still think they can operate. These people still think they can operate like they used to, fooling this nation, this country, and then having the news, feeding the news the information they want them to say, and we just suck it up and believe it. And we're getting way beyond that now. There's too much information out there. The internet, everything, there's just too much. We're not going to fall for this crap anymore, okay? We're not going to fall for this crap anymore. Reminding you to question everything. Don't just believe everything you're hearing. Please, for your sake, for your children's sake, for the people you love, and everybody else. But that's what's going on with that whole thing. And one last thing. They tried with the damn, all the drones or what's that in the sky crap, and they're going to continue. It's not going to stop. I'm telling you, between now and the 20th, until that man is in office, I don't care whether you love him or hate him, but the haters are going to do, the deep state haters are going to, they're not going to go down easy. Brace yourselves, but more than ever, watch what you see on TV and don't buy into the baloney they're feeding you. The drones, the alien invaders. I wish aliens would finally come here and finally show themselves. They will. We cannot be, let's face it, folks. Hang on. Happy New Year. I love you. I do. Woo. Smooth. Paul. We cannot be the only intelligent life form in the universe and beyond. There's got to be. There has to be. There has to be. Smooth. There has to be. And if there are alien life forms and we've got, and they've been hiding it from us, and I mean, that's a whole nother show. And I'm going to we're going to get into that stuff. We're going to get into it because you can't be naive. You can't. There's things you have to have an open mind that there's possibilities. Tony Green says, I hope we are not the intelligent life. Celebrity psychic Tony Green chiming in on my show. Happy New Year's, beautiful. There you go. Right there. And she knows because she's got the gift saying that we better not be the intelligent life form or we in trouble. We can't. I hope, because I read and watch a lot of other people, and to saying that the reveal is coming. The reveal is coming. We're going to learn and find out things finally. And I wish it would all just come to fruition. I wish we would finally let them come. People are not going to freak out. Screw it. Let them come. Let's get this show on the road. Because if they've been hiding technology and not allowing, again, for health reasons, cures, cancers. God, I hate that word. There's cures for cancer. In my mind, there has to be a cure. There is. But you think the pharmaceutical industry wants to cure cancer? How are the hospitals going to make money? They just keep on giving you pills. Got high blood pressure? Take this. Got diabetes? Take this. Your ass aches? Take this. It just covers things up. It doesn't fix it. They don't want to go out of business. Free energy. I'm hearing these things, and I'm sure Tesla, the old Tesla, things this big to power a house for free. I don't doubt this stuff exists, but the greed of the dark side, because all of a sudden it's like, who's going to need the power company? It's like, damn them. They'll figure something else out. There'll always be some way to do something. But this is what's going on. And then these past couple of days, I don't know who's been paying attention. There were some storms going on and this and that in the southeast and south mid and up north. And all of a sudden this funky fog, people taking picture of this fog that looked like particles. Didn't look like fog. I mean, it was a fog because you couldn't see through it, but it was particles. And they said it smelled like something burning. And people's, like their their filters for their air conditioning units, stuff like that, getting dirty, particles, almost like, the chemtrails and all that stuff that they claim doesn't exist, which exists, but heavier. Something's going on, okay? Something's going on. Something's going on. Not going to freak out over it, but if they're slowly poisoning us, then there's reason to be concerned. But something's going on. Whether they don't want you to see something or they're just trying to freak you out. Again, right now, between now and the 20th, and I can't even imagine the ideas they've come up with and have had waiting to use on you, the people, is going to be mind-blowing. Remember, I talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. The Miami, aliens in the mall, and all the cops come, and there's aliens in there and stuff like that. What happened to that? It disappeared. You know why? It was all bullshit. either holographs, grams, or whatever. There's so much technology out there. They want to keep you busy on stupid stuff. These are the things we're going to be talking about all year long. I won't back down. I want to bring you great, nice things. I do, including nice things like Tony Green, celebrity psychic Tony Green, wishing a Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Tony Green. She does a show right before mine on YouTube. You can look her up, Tony Green, psychic medium. It's Central. For Pacific time, it's 5 o'clock, but I think hers is 7 o'clock your time. Yeah, 7 o'clock your time, 7 o'clock Central. Celebrity psychic Tony Green. She takes calls. She answers questions about love and speaking to loved ones that have passed. And she's out right on before we start. Tonight, I was scrambling so much, I could not. Normally, I'll keep my phone open while I'm wiring up and doing things and kind of give her a little stalk. I'm stalking her to see how she's doing. But I couldn't do it. I was so scrambled today. Today was a busy day. The holidays. I skipped the holidays to be here because it's important to me. It's important to me. I mean, some years I won't, but right now the holidays happen to fall right on a show day, and the show must go on. I'll be taking a break here soon later on in the year, a little bit as we get the year started, as I always do. But right now I just felt, well, hell, it fell on a Wednesday. We're going to do it. Christmas is on a Wednesday. We did it. I just moved my little holidays over a little bit, and I just, figure, okay, next year I'll make up for it. That's faux show. But that's what's going on, and I'm going to continue to be going on with all this stuff. I'm going to open the phones up tonight. Whether somebody wants to call or not, that is entirely up to you. But first, we're going to, what do? We do what we always do. We're going to take a little commercial break and hear from my good friends over at Clean Star Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver, because it makes sense to save money. I'll be right back.
Let us help you with the high price of fuel. Hello, I'm Ty Thompson at CleanStarProducts.com. We can optimize your engine, saving you money and gas. Here's how. Our program works the same with gasoline and diesel engines. Whether you're using a car pack or SUV pack, the instructions are the same. Add 1 bottle to your engine oil, and each time you change your oil, add 1 bottle to the fuel tank each and every fuel fill-up. It's that easy. You get 10% fuel economy on average, lower emissions, and increased horsepower. DX1 sells for $2 an ounce, so for just a few dollars a fuel tank, you can optimize your engine, saving you money and gas. Come on, give it a try. It's the finest green-grade oil in the world from a California environmental company. You're going to feel it when you drive. Order online today. We'll get it out right away. CleanStarProducts.com/shop.
That's right, folks. Clean Star Products. I have 2 words starting off the new year because they're 2 really small but very powerful words. The DX1 driver fuel additive, it works. I use it myself. I noticed the difference between right after using it. It took about 3 or 4 tanks of fuel going through my engine, and I noticed the difference. Even my daughter noticed the difference, which was amazing. It's simple. Take one of these little bottles. This is a big bottle right here. Consider it a big bottle for SUVs, trucks, pickups, and or for your average sedan. Look at the difference right there, okay? But still small. Drop one of these babies right into a clean, fresh oil change. It lasts the whole oil change. And every time you fuel up your tank, you drop one of these into the tank with a full tank of gas. That's it. Simple. It starts cleaning out that motor and getting everything, restoring everything back to its newer self. More lubricity, better fuel economy. Again, you could feel the difference, more horsepower. I felt the difference. I didn't have to step on the gas as much to get it to go. I can tell. But why believe me? Here's what I want you to do. Go to their website, www.cleanstarproducts.com. www.cleanstarproducts.com. On the website, there's a phone number right there. The reason I want you to find that phone number because you're going to call them. I know you're going to have questions. They want to talk to you personally. Just call them. Just go look. I'm kind of curious about your product, but come on. What's it really going to do? It's going to do. It's going to do. I've seen it. It works. And they'll answer all your questions. And after they answer your questions, should you decide to purchase the DX1 driver, here's the thing. You need to tell them. Say, hey, I saw it on the Peter G Show. Why should you say that, you ask? Good question. Because if you mention that you saw it on the Peter G Show, they will send you 5 bottles for the price of 4, okay? 5 bottles for the price of 4. Now, I'm telling you, with the 5 bottles, with 1 in the clean oil change and 4 tanks of gas, you will see a noticeable improvement in your car or truck or SUV or whatever you're driving. I'm telling you, you will. It's flat out, you will. And then then maintenance, put 1 every other tank, whatever. Just that's all you got to do. And you will get better gas mileage, saving you money at the fuel pump. Gas is expensive. Don't get me started with California. They're getting ready to jack us up another 65 to 85 cents a gallon starting this year with I'm going to get into our governor from California. I've had it with him. Friggin' had it with him. Asshole. But I digress. But either way, you will notice the difference. But you got to give him a call. Go to www.cleanstarproducts.com. Call that number. Tell them you saw it on the Peter G Show. They will send you 5 bottles for the price of 4. And it works. Okay? I'm telling you. Sorry. I should get sidetracked. Once I start talking about California, my blood starts to boil. But they got a good product. And it is environmentally green. It passes all these things. I mean, it's a great product. I wouldn't talk about it if it wasn't. So please go give them a call. Ask all the questions you want. Full of knowledge. They'll answer all your questions, and you will get. And not only that, you'll be taking care of your car. Your car will last longer. Cars are expensive. Take care of good food, good body. Same thing with your car. Same thing. That's it. Again, and they know what I do, and they still support me. Let's take a quick thing here. I want to talk to you real quick. One more thing about New Year's Day. Happy New Year's. Smooth. New Year's Day, I'm Greek. Okay? I'm kind of like a black sheep Greek, but I'm Greek. Now, my parents, especially my father, was Greek to the bone. I mean, to the bone. He came complete with accent and all. My big fat Greek wedding, he was pretty much that guy, except he didn't look like him, minus the Windex. But every bit. You can't make that shit up. As I was growing up as a teenager, I was noticing more. On New Year's Day, after I'd walk out of my house, I'd get up out of my house and walk up. And I knew you were going to say that, Paul, and that. Old joke. I'm reading comments. Sorry. But when I wake up as a teenager and in my house, I'd notice in the yard there'd be this pomegranate smashed in the yard, and I'm going, "What the hell is this?" And I asked my mother, I go, "Mom, I go, what is that? What is that in the yard all smashed up?" I thought like a fruit from did birds do it? Drop a fruit, and then it was a pomegranate. It was kind of hard to tell because it was all smashed out, but the seeds were everywhere. So, and it's wintertime, and it's looking kind of funky. It's not looking as fruitful, but it was a pomegranate. And I asked my mother, so that's your father. And I said, "What do you mean?" And he'd say, "Well, that's his little ritual, New Year's Day ritual." And year after year, I'd see it and I'd pay no attention to it. I never really asked about it, but on New Year's Day, I'd walk out my house and there'd be that pomegranate, and it'd sit in it until it deteriorated or rotted away. Lawnmowers got to it, whatever, but it'd be there, the shell, everything. And then it's funny that it takes, unfortunately, until you get older to start understanding or wanting to know things, understand. And my father would do that because the Greeks believed that it brings certain luck, prosperity, all kinds of stuff like that. And I didn't really give a shit about it, but I did. Happy New Year. And we got more Happy New Years. How you enjoyed your New Year celebration? Exactly. Thank you. I'm in. Well, I haven't had time to enjoy it. Although I'm getting to this story. I did get up very early this morning to pass on a ritual, and I enjoy every day. But thank you. Every day alive is a day to be blessed, and I am. Even during the ass aches, and there are a lot of them. But so sadly, in 2019, I don't know if I did it before my father passed away. My father passed away in 2019 at the age of 92, which I'm very thankful for. I started looking more into what he would do on New Year's Day. Not that it was a big deal, but it was a big deal to him. So because it was a big deal to him, it has now become a big deal to me. Because number one, all it takes is a little bit of effort. Number two, what does it hurt? Nothing. And number three, what have you got to lose? And I get up early, and the whole thing I found out from my father, and it must have been before he passed away, because I asked him about it. I said, dude, Dad, what is it? Why do you get up and smash it? He goes, and he started telling me, how he felt about it and how, it's for good luck. My father was pretty religious. I mean, not a fanatic, but he's pretty religious. Saint Nicholas was his favorite saint for whatever the reason. That was his favorite saint, and little things like that, in my father's room, he had a little, icons and little, what's the word I'm looking for? Little, just all kinds of religious stuff right there on his dresser. And I do too. Doesn't hurt anything. But I said, what's the deal with the pomegranate? He goes, well, he says, when you get up in the morning, before you speak on New Year's Day, he gets up and he goes outside and smashes it. Supposed on your in your area, your whatever, for good luck. It's supposed to bring, again, the pomegranates, the seeds that help things prosper and grow and all that kind of stuff. Well, I've been doing it. I've done it for lots of years, And this morning I got up at almost 6 o'clock. The alarm went off at 6, but it was chilly. I did not want to get up. I was really comfortable in bed, really comfortable. But by 7, I got up. And I have a pomegranate I had bought to take and do the same thing, not speak to anybody, or try not to at least, and go outside and smash it, say a little prayer for the year, and hope for everybody and myself and my family and all that to do good. And so I want to read you a little something about the pomegranate, because it's interesting kind of stuff. I mean, it's all about that. But here we go. So this was me this morning. I took a selfie. That was me. I hiked up to my little hill. Now, you're supposed to do it on your own property, but I didn't, because I have really weird neighbors. They're old, and I don't want to cause any problems, like it's staining the cements or whatever like that. It's like, believe me, lots of change in 2025. But either way, I'm very blessed. I live in a great place, and I love where I live, and I love the places I get to go walk and hike and all that kind of stuff. And here I am once again. I did it last year, and I showed you a video, but I want to read you something. It's called Why Greeks Break a Pomegranate on New Year's Day. Okay? Why Greeks break a pomegranate on New Year's Day. All right? Stay with me. All right? I just want to keep you on the picture, because I think it's kind of, it's kind of nice. So I'm up early in the morning, and I would go hiking, which I normally do that in the evenings. But either way, I had to do it because it was New Year's Day. So why Greeks break A pomegranate on New Year's Day. Bear with me because there's a few words here that might tongue tie me. In Greek culture, now again, I'm going to take some of this and yes and no according to my father, but in general, you'll get the gist of it. In Greek culture, the pomegranate fruit has symbolized fertility. Where are we at? That's right. In Greek culture, the pomegranate fruit has symbolized fertility and prosperity, renewal, and regeneration since ancient times. It has been the symbol of many goddesses. Why goddesses? But I'll take it. Including Hera, the goddess of marriage, Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty, and Persephone, daughter of Demeter and the queen of the underworld. Ooh, the underworld. What's that all about? Since most New Year's Day rituals involve ways to bring back luck to a household, it makes perfect sense that the pomegranates are part of these deep-rooted traditions. Okay. Tradition of smashing pomegranate on New Year's Day dates back from ancient times and originates in the Peloponnesus or Cereses Cereses. What is Cereses? Peloponnesus in ancient times and originates in the Peloponnesus or Cereses. I guess that's an area. Don't quote me on this. Sorry, I'm just reading. In modern times, when the family returns home from church on New Year's Day, I didn't go to church. I didn't know there was church on New Year's Day, but okay. I don't remember. Sorry. I digress. My intentions were good. The man of the house, that's me, smashes the pomegranate on the front door. I ain't smashing the pomegranate on the front door. My father did not even smash the pomegranate on the front door, okay? He didn't smash the pomegranate. He smashed it on the property, but not on the front door, because that stuff stains. And if you got a white door, I have white doors. I don't want to stain the doors. I got enough going on. Just saying. All right, where were we? Smashes the pomegranate on the front door. He wishes that the juicy, bounteous, ruby-like segments of the fruit fill the home with health and happiness. Okay. I'm in. That's why I've been doing it. Again, just following for my father, it's crazy. Like he had certain things and he just believed in again, what does it hurt? According to Greek tradition, the more seeds that spread all over the floor, the more fortune will be brought into the house. And that's it. Now, again, you wanted to see me smash? I have it on video, Paul. Paul says, I wanted to see you smash it. I actually have it on video, but last year I played a video of me actually doing it. I recorded my whole process. I recorded it tonight too. I mean, this morning too, but there wasn't enough hours in the day. But I'll send you the video. Whoever wants the video, I'll put it out there if you want the video. But I smashed the video. Smashed the video. Okay. But again, I got up. I did it to the best of my ability. And again, believe me, I'm up late every night. I'm working. I was working on this show, New Year's Eve. At midnight, I'm hearing bombs going off, fireworks and this and that. I had to stay home. I don't do anything on New Year's Eve anyway, because to me, it's amateur night. Unless I'm holed up in a hotel where there's a big event going on or something like that. Used to be years ago as a musician, if I was playing New Year's Eve, it'd be a different story. But to be out running around, come on. Been there, done that a million times. A million times. A million times. But I did it, I don't know, because it's really weird, because now that my dad is gone, and not to mention my mother was a lot more quiet, but my father had his little things, and I did it because it's like, why not? And I got my ass out of bed and I was comfortable. I can't tell you how. It's been chilly here in California. It was 40. When I woke up, it was 42 degrees. And by the time I got out, it started heating up pretty good. It was 70 out today. Beautiful day out. Beautiful New Year's Day. But when I got out by almost 8 o'clock, and I should have been there. I wanted to be there for sunrise, but I wasn't. Again, what's the difference? As long as I do something. And I'm hiking, and it's kind of, you got to kind of work your way up to it. It's not easy, at least for me. It's a tough little hike, and I'm just looking around, and I wanted to stay longer because I love that little area that I go hiking up at, and thinking to myself, this may be the last time I get to do this up here because there's going to be a lot of change for me too. Times are changing, but I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful, and my story is that. I did that because my father did that. And why not? Why not? It hurts nobody. All it was praying, wishing, hoping, wanting a great 2025. And I believe that this year is going to be a great 2025. I do. I don't know why. There's a lot of things going to go on. A lot of change is going to happen. But it's still going to be hurtful. I mean, it's not going to be easy, because we're so messed up right now. But I think that there's going to be lots of great stuff. I do. And that was it. So there's my story, and I tell that because I'm proud of it. I have, again, hurt nobody, help whoever I can, and if anybody can relate to it in certain ways, and because life is just flying by, man. Life is flying by. What we got going on here? All right, here's what we're going to do. I am going to open up the phones for a little while, for the remainder of the show. If you have something you want to call and tell me about your New Year's, please do. 818-259-7983 is the number you can call to call in and talk to me about your New Year's. What's your New Year's resolution? I've told you mine. I'm going to continue to push forward to keep on trying to bring you what I truly believe is information that you need to know, to consider. Things that will help you in the future, from guests that I'll bring on, doctors for your health, everything, all the way around. Prosperity, again, money, fun, funny stuff, happiness. But I need your help. You got to keep on supporting, okay? But right now, 818-259-7983 is the number. If you want to call in and tell me about your New Year's, what's your New Year's resolution? Do you have anything, or how your year is like? Tell me what you're not going to do, what you've learned from these, this past year. Like, okay, like it's been really rough. I know people are having a hard time. That's why it blows my mind when, they fight the change that needs to occur to get us back on track, because they've been watching listening, and the people on TV just telling them what to think. And I'm just not for that anymore. I'm not telling you what I say to think. I'm telling you to think, period. 818-259-7983 is the number. All right. Give me a call. If you're not giving me a call, I'm going to have a little fun too while we're in between. And please make sure your phone works good, for God's sakes. All right. And if you are calling in, make sure that if you're calling and there's some other tablet or you're watching on TV, the show, make sure the volume is down, or it's going to echo. There's a 7-8 second delay. It will totally mess you up trying to listen and trying to make it all happen. All right. So just make sure you turn down that volume. And let me take your call, especially the new people. 818-259-7983 if you have something to say. All right. And in the meantime, I'm going to go back to, I've got tons of stuff, but I felt that we want to get this year started off on the right foot. And I'm laying down the groundwork. Again, it's all about the groundwork. But you want to have I found this kind of funny. I hope you do too. And if you don't, then again, you're part of that other crowd. But this was John Deere. Hey, Paul, you listening? I hope you're still listening, because John Deere is marketing a toilet brush now. That's right. You know, John Deere makes tractors and all that kind of stuff, but they're now marketing a toilet brush. I wouldn't have believed it, but I've seen it with my own eyes, and here you go.
No.
In case you missed it, but John Deere is now marketing and a toilet scrubber.
No.
I mean, come on. That friggin' outfit. It's like, what were you thinking when you put that outfit on? Miss Liar? Jean-Claude Van Damme Liar? How she lives with herself, having to go up there and lie day after day after day. Just beyond me. Someday you'll have to answer for all that. But I just thought it was funny as shit with that hair, mine, and that yellow and green outfit. It was like turn her upside down and scrub-a-dub-dub. Scrub-a-dub-a-dub. Uh, 818-259-7983. Santa, I wanted Santa to bring me new in-ears that will. These are starting to loosen up. I need new in. I need. Me. Why? Hold on. I'm getting thirsty. All this fun. 818-259-7983. I'm telling you, I want somebody, I know there's so many of you, I see it. Oh my God. Weekly. The things that are said on Facebook that I'm reading of people's lives, putting it out there, wanting somebody to hear them. It's hard, folks. There we go. This one's for Paul. Smooth. I saw this guy talking about 818-259-7983. No, he wasn't talking about that. I would like you to call and tell me a couple of things. But family values. The family, like getting together for the holidays. I had this girl that I kind of grew up with when we were really, really little. Our families were really close friends. And she sent me these home movie, like 35 millimeter clips of me, my 5-year-old birthday, get-togethers, and our families, and it all hanging out. And we used to do that a lot. But nowadays, I showed my daughter yesterday these clips because I'm so thankful that her father happened to be the one that took them, and then they transferred them and blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know they existed, but it was live. Only seconds, like 15-second clips, but it had my mother at, 42 years old or 43 years old, my father. And it was in color. It wasn't even in black and white back in my day. But it just blew me away. And I was 5 years old, and my mother had me dressed up. I was to the T. 5 years old. It was just a different time, and all these friends, these little kids that were like, close to me, and it was just, we spent a lot of time, family time. We always went and visited these old ladies that were friends of my grandmother's. My grandmother had passed away, but because they were close with my mother, and because I was little, I'm there with her. That stuff is just non-existent nowadays. It's just gone. Family values, getting together. Everybody's so friggin' busy. It is such a hustle and bustle. And I saw this video of this guy who talked about it, and you're going to see now it's kind of quick. And if I were you, I'd watch it over again. You're going to watch the graph from the 60s to now, how the family values, like how much family was important, went from top of the heap down to way low, and the internet just goes way up high and just blows everything out of the water because we're all on our friggin' phones, and that's it, and that's your way of like life. And it's really kind of sad But I want you to see this. I mean, it just, to me, it struck a nerve. But here, check this out.
Oh, this is absolutely bonkers. You gotta watch this. Look at this. So it's 1938. And all this time we're spending through the years as Americans. Family was such an important figure in our life. Friends are still at the hierarchy. We went to school. Good thing that's changing. College and school. You don't need that Rockefeller education. But yeah, check this out. It's just absolutely bonkers. 1975. Now it's about the time I was born. Seeing a huge shift, kerplunk, family going down, and then we see this. Oh my God, the internet, the matrix going up like crazy. All of this time we're wasting on our devices, disconnected from family.
It's sad because, I mean, I feel very thankful that I was very much a part of that. But these kids now, and you know, you got family, but nobody sees anybody. Nobody sees anybody. Garage doors open up, cars pull in, garage door closes. You don't see your neighbor, you don't talk. When I was growing up, the neighbors beat your ass. The neighbors took care of everybody else's kids as well. It's like, didn't matter. I was showing my daughter, I go, this was our kitchen in Connecticut. You know, I was born in Connecticut. And I go, this was our kitchen. I said, you see that window right there? My mother used to hang out that window and yell for me when it was time to come in, yelling my name throughout the whole neighborhood. We're talking blocks. Neighborhood, quiet neighborhood, quieter off of a busy street, but it wasn't city. We didn't live in the city. We didn't live in the country, but it was just, you know, regular suburbia. She'd hang out that window, raise the window up, calling me, Peter. And it's funny because like some kids that were like midway or something, they're going, Peter, your mom's calling you. It's like, that's the way there was no cell phones. We didn't have that shit. Again, we stayed out. We're out riding bikes and making go-karts, push carts, and all kinds of crap. But on, you know, like Sundays and stuff like that, we go hang out with these other people's families and this and that, and vice versa. 818-259-7983. Seriously, people, nobody's going to give me a call and tell me about, you know, what's New Year's mean to them, where they're going, and what they want to do for the New Year. I just need 1 or 2 phone calls. It's almost getting time to go. Please, give me a good story. Give the world a good story. I want to do more phone calls, but you guys are making it real difficult. I know that, like I said, it's live, and if you don't catch it live, because I get way more people after the show's over, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Because I'm not going away. So it was just crazy. I mean, we were out, and you're out running around, and life was safer, and there wasn't all this crazy shit that's going on now. And then once the internet kicked in, it's like, okay, life is changing. Now kids, they're reclusive. They can't function. They can't speak to like normal to other people. It's just insane. Don't know how to interact with society. It's sad. It's really sad. 818-259-7983. Tell me how your New Year's is, where you want to go for this year, what has happened in your past year, you know, and whatever it is. I mean, you know, I just want to hear you tell me that kind of stuff, things that are important to you. What you may, and a lot of people, here's the problem with a lot of people. Let's go bowling. You know? We should go bowling. I think I got a good bowling day. Here's the thing. Most people who need to call in, Paul would call in, won't you, Paul? He's called in. He called, where are you? Call for Mr. G. Winkle. I'll tell you a quick story. Screw you, Paul. So I went bowling. We're probably 16 years old, and we went bunch of my friends, we all went bowling. And everybody's always made fun of my last name because it's a little bit weird. It's not weird. It's just hard. It's easier once you know it. That's why I got Peter G. People were calling me Peter G from 13 years old, from Connecticut. When I moved to Florida, it carried over. But my name is Gisellis. But when you see it on print, it's kind of weird. Going through school when you had multiple classes, these teachers look at it. It's like Peter, G, and you go here, Gisellis, and you just tell them. And then once they got it, they got it. Some people hit it right on the head. I mean, God bless them. But it's funky to look on paper. It's, you get it. So we went bowling. Thanks, Paul, for this story. So we went bowling, and Paul went to the front desk and decided to bag on me. And he went to the front desk and said, how'd you do it? Telephone call. Yeah. Paul went to a payphone. We had payphones. He went to the payphone in the bowling alley. He called the bowling alley. This is the effort they put behind it. I mean, spare no expense. He went to the payphone, which was either a 10 cents or 25 cents, who knows. Back then, payphones were these things that you had on a wall that you made a phone call for a price. A local call was 10 or 25 cents, whichever it was, just, before cell phones. And for those of you who need to know this shit, probably not though. The people watching this show are 80 on down to 35. And he called the bowling alley. He says, "Can I? You have somebody bowling there or whatever he said?" He says, "Can you page a Peter G. Winkle?" so again, making fun of my last name, Gisellis. So we're bowling, and we're all a bunch of guys. It was all a bunch of guys, I'm pretty sure. And all of a sudden you hear, telephone call for Peter G. Winkle. Telephone call for Peter G. And then I'm looking around, and I'm going, son of a bitch. And I turn around, and the payphone was like right behind us almost. And it was Paul right there. That's it. Making that phone call. A lot of pranks. A lot of love. Whatever. It was fun. We had fun. We had joy. We had fun. We had seasons in the sun. Son of a bitch. I'll get you back. I still owe you. But now I can't do that to him because there's no more. Number one, the bowling alley that we bowled at is gone. They've mowed that sucker down. It's gone. And there's no more payphones. But either way. Family values, friends, family, hanging out. It's gone. It's just gone. Now everybody's like one or two, we're still, interacting, but nothing like the old days. You had that because that's what you had. And now everybody's getting more and more sparse, more broken apart. It's like, here we are, we're on our phones. It's like, okay, instead of calling you, I'll text you and you'll answer me when you want to answer. And now that you call and there's caller ID, if your phone number shows up, it's like, I'll call later. Before, there was no caller ID. 818-259-7983. Call me and tell me a story. Tell me a story. But people interacted. They went and visited people. We hung out. And now it's like the phone rings. Oh, it's so and so. You know what? I'm watching Banana. Some show. It's like I'll call him later. Before we had like 3-4 channels on TV. Every show was a hit because that's all you had to watch. And now there's 4,000 TV channels and people on the couch and going, it's like I'm watching this. It's really important. No, it's not. But anyway. And a text, and being that we're on all these platforms, I see all these people on Facebook. You feel like you're there, but you're really not there. Okay, let's see what goes on here. Hi, you're on Life with Peter G. Who's this?
How you doing, Jonathan?
Hey, Jonathan. How we doing?
Good.
Good. Is your phone going to work this time?
Yeah.
All right. You ain't going to get out of line, are you?
No, I was just saying, how you doing?
Now, brother, I'm always good. As long as I wake up, I'm good. But one of these days, I'm going to put you on the phone, and I got a lot of questions for you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do, but not tonight because tonight's the first of the year. I need to get settled in and all that. But I'm always doing good. I mean, I thank God I wake up every day. I get to go at it again. How about you?
Sure.
How come you sound like you're on the other side of the room? And are you on speakerphone?
Yeah.
Why are you on speakerphone?
I was trying to do something real quick.
Oh man, that's disrespectful for me. You're calling my show and then you can't even talk to me. You're busy.
Well, I took it off. I'm talking to you.
All right, cool. So last week, was it last week you called me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little out of line. You know that, right?
I'm sorry about that.
All right. I mean, it's like everybody's got their thing, but I had people calling me up the next day, like making fun.
I ain't mean to get out of line.
Are you super high again?
A little bit.
What when you say super high, are you smoking? Or what are you
Yeah.
doing? What are you doing?
Smoking.
Like crack or weed?
The first one.
Oh, come on, Jonathan. That shit's gonna kill you, man.
Yeah, this is making me feel free.
I know, man, but that stuff, I'm telling you, I've lost so many people to that shit. That shit will own you. It probably already does, don't it?
A little bit.
A little bit. You like life?
Yes.
All right, man. I mean, I'm telling you, I got a lot of questions for you. I mean, I wasn't, I can make a whole show out of you, but I just wanted to make sure that you got a phone that works. And one day I might. And sorry, I got a lot of questions for you. I mean, because to me, life is precious, man. And it's like if you're just cracking your life away, it's like you ain't gonna be around.
Man, I really wish I could do something for you right now.
What's that? Now here you go. I'm losing you again.
I wish I can do something for you right now.
Well, that's not what look. Here's my thing: is New Year's. You got any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
What? Give me one. And again, don't be getting all weird on me. All right.
Well, I shouldn't say that.
All right then. Then don't. Because
You think I could talk to you offline real quick?
no, I'm in the middle of a show.
I understand.
You know what I mean? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
All right. Are you gay?
Bye.
Bi? Okay.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
38.
38. And what color are you? Not that it matters, but I'm just curious.
Black.
But black. Okay. So you're 38, you're bisexual, and you're well, you're not gay, you're bisexual. Okay. But
I'm real freaked out right now.
you're real freaked out. Why are you freaked out, Jonathan? It's a new year, man.
I want to have some fun.
You what?
I want to have some fun.
What do you mean you want to have some fun?
Like sexual,
Well, yeah, but being all high and shit, it ends up that the only fun you have is with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I wish somebody was around.
Nobody's going to respect you to want to have fun with you if you don't have your shit together.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
no, don't be sorry, man. I mean, I feel sorry for you. I mean, and you're in Indiana, right?
Yeah.
Do you do anything? You have a job or anything like that?
Yes.
What do you
Yes.
do? What do you do, man?
I'm a grocery store bagger, and I work as a porter at a restaurant.
Okay, so you got 2 jobs.
Yes.
And then you come home and you get all messed up?
Yeah, I wish I had a blow.
You-
Or somebody to blow with.
Yeah, you need somebody to help get you straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I want
Listen, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm gonna, if you got I just feel bad for you.
Can you call? Man, I want to do something for you so bad.
You want to what?
Do something for you so bad.
There's nothing you can do for me, okay, bro? Because I ain't gay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't knock anybody, but the thing is, what you got to understand is like I'm good and I'm good with you, but you got to understand that like we're talking to a bunch of people right now, and it's going to live on forever. And the thing is, if you get that high and you get that crazy to where it's like you're hurting yourself. Kabish?
Yes.
I mean, you're not. It's like at the end of the day, you're going to wake up empty, just like before you started. And you got 2 jobs. So you're working. I respect the fact that you're working. You got a couple of jobs. You can't meet anybody decent to like kind of help you, get straight. I mean, not straight if whatever, you're bisexual, whatever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just to put that shit down. I think I lost him. Jonathan, this guy. I want to talk to this guy even though he's messed up because he's messed up. He's been watching the show for a while. Jonathan, I lost you. I thought for my one deed for starting off the new year would to try to help you regain some sensibility. But I lost you. You're probably too high. Why you'd want to get super high and watch this show, I do not know. But I appreciate you. Because everybody's a human being and everybody deserves to be somewhat respected, but come on, man. You just got the wave. All right, look. Now I've lost all track of where I'm at. 818-259-7983. I thought I'd take his call. I knew who it was. Last week he kind of really said some stupid stuff, and that was funny, but not true. But I mean, this guy's probably in need of help. Big time. Big time. Wants to help me out. I got plenty of help. Believe me. I don't need that kind of help. Hold on. How about that, Paul? 818-259-7983. Happy New Year. Smooth. Anyway, family. Family's really important. I just think it is. I think family's super important. I mean, just nobody's got time. I'm telling you, when I go to Florida and I hope you're enjoying the entertainment. Look, let's get a Happy New Year going on. Lonnie says, Happy New Year, bro. Hey, I hope you're enjoying. I just had Jonathan on. I'm telling you, I'm going to get Jonathan on. We're going to pick this apart eventually. But crack. You'll sell your mother for that shit. That's bad. I'm so grateful. Crack is horrible. We're going to help Jonathan out. Jonathan needs to get off that shit. And I know it ain't going to be easy. Anyway, Happy New Year, Lonnie. Glad you're watching. I don't know how long you've been watching for, but look, again, I think Paul's wishing you a Happy New Year too. Look, Paul says Happy New Year. Hey, man. So I was talking about family. Again, family is just so super important. And it's just, I talk to these, when I get into Florida and things, I have, somewhat of a little bit of family and we need to do this. It's like, and I'm hustling and I get it. And we're all busy and I'm going, nobody's got time for nothing. And I get it. It's hard. It's those days I don't think they'll ever come back. It's just the way it is. But sometimes you really need to put that effort in because I'm telling you, people are getting older, people are aging out and it's you'll be sorry and then you go, oh, I wish I could have, woulda, shoulda, coulda, blah, blah, blah. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, blah, blah, blah. How much time I got? I'm going to try and do this real quick because I'm pissed off with every week. I'm telling you about California. Freaking California. Gavin Newsom, our governor, I've told you about him. He's banning RV sales from the state of California, which makes no sense to me. The industry is huge in California. It's like, what's going to happen to these businesses? All these businesses. You're not going to be able to buy, RVs in California. He's just every week he's screwing us up. The gas tax. He's throwing another gas tax this year, starting today or whenever it kicks in. It's for coming up for 2025, 65 to 85 cents more a gallon. I just bought gas yesterday at Costco, which is one of the least expensive, for $4.02 or $4.05 a gallon, which is better than 5 something, 7 something. But he's getting ready to jump another 65 to 85 cents a gallon on gas for the CARB, California Air Resources Board, all this bullshit that they're trying to make a new blend of gas for better emissions, which is the biggest stupid. It's a sham. It's a scam, and all his buddies are getting rich. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of this. I love California, but he's pushing people to their limits. He's pushing people. I don't know how people are surviving. I don't get it. I don't get it. The son of a bitch. And then they can't account for $24 billion in the homeless, the money that they had. It's all gone, and there's more homeless than ever. And they want more money. We need more money to do it. All their friends, all his friends and him, they're all getting rich. He's a shice. He's a scam. He's a friggin' slithery snake, and he needs to go. He's ruined California. But here's another one, all right? More money for California. Let's go.
Guess what? Gavin Newsom has found another way to get people to leave California. It's hard to get people to leave this place. It's a beautiful state. I think he wants to get everybody to move out and then charge them twice as much when they move back. So now they're putting in cameras to catch people speeding on the freeway, and you could get up to a $500 fine. By the way, this article is from last September, September 2023. They passed the law, and it's about to go into effect. Governor Newsom wasn't quite popular enough. He had to add this to the list of reasons why people are hemorrhaging out of California like it was a screening of Wicked. The state legislature approved Assembly Bill 645, which allows 6 cities, so San Francisco, Los Angeles, Glendale, Long Beach, Oakland, and San Jose. Priority locations for cameras will include areas near schools, high injury networks, and known street racing corridors. Isn't it amazing that all of a sudden there's an explosion of street racing? It's almost like they needed that so they could pass this stupid thing. This is how they're going to make money.
Money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. He's killing the state. 1 million people a year for the past 4 years have moved out of California. He's killing us. He's killing us. These poor people that work normal jobs, Burger King, Walmart, I honestly don't know how the hell they're doing it. I don't know how they're doing it. And to make things worse, he's getting ready to throw more tax, another, like a little bit tax, but a little bit adds up to a lot. He's getting ready to throw more tax on people in California because, well, I'll tell you why. But first, check this out. He's just more. Here, just take more out of their paychecks. More. Go for it. Let me get that. Here you go.
Called Trudeau, Governor Trudeau. Maybe I could become Prime Minister of California.
State will take a little more money out of the paychecks of all California workers starting in the new year. And this is because of a small tax increase that was quietly approved by state officials to add money to the state's disability insurance fund.
KCRA 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala joins us live in the studio. So, Ashley, what exactly does this mean for people here in the state?
Yeah, Andrea, all California workers pay into the state's disability insurance fund. When the state withholds that money for it, it's on your paycheck as California SDI. State officials quietly decided to increase that by a small amount, but taxpayer advocates say on top of everything you already pay, it could also still add up. The state of California will withhold a little more money from your paycheck in 2025. The state is increasing the state disability insurance rate on worker wages from 1.1% to 1.2%. The small change means an individual or couple that makes $100,000 a year will have a total of about $100 more withheld by the state, or about $8 a month. But the state's Employment Development Department, which oversees the program and raised the tax, did not tell the public. Taxpayer advocacy organization CalTax did.
Okay, you say, well, maybe it's $8 a month times a gazillion people. But $8 is $8. It's like, why? Why? You know why? Because back when COVID and the unemployment and they were passing out all these unemployment checks, they can't account for $12 billion of scammed unemployment money. 12 billion with a B dollars of unemployment checks were sent out. Prisoners from jail were filing. I mean, it was just fraud, fraud, fraud. California, somehow or another, they're all lining their pockets. Gavin Newsom is a scumbag. He's a piece of shit. End of story. He's a slithery snake. And if anybody backs him, you're stupid. Unless you're in bed with him. I don't like calling names, but he has killed this state. We live in a great place, but it's like every friggin' time I turn around, these past couple of years now, and more now, this year more than ever, every week he's throwing on something, another straw on the camel's back. And it's like, I don't mind, but why should I, if it was going to something that need be, but it's not. It's not. It's going in their pockets. It's going in their pockets. And if I'm going to waste that money, I'd rather waste it on me or my family or my friends or whatever. Why should I give that to the state where it's unaccountable for? And every year it's unaccountable for. They are the biggest bunch of bullshitting scam artist crooks. It's a shame. California's a beautiful state. There's so much from the Northern California all the way to Southern California. I mean, it's one of the most diverse states, well, it is a diverse state in the country, in the world of what we have to offer. But it's getting really stupid, and I'm getting tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I'm not going to give my money away to that crap. And I mean it. It's just sad. Again, gas. I purposely went and got gas yesterday. Not that it's going to make a difference, one tank difference, but I got gas because I want to see when they're going to jack it up. 65 to 85 cents a gallon on tax, not to mention all the tax we pay on gas as it is. Because in other parts of the country, this $4 a gallon gas is $2 and something cents. Everywhere else. So we're just getting reamed. I'm telling you, I got razor blades in my butt. I'm not going for it. Screw you. Try me. Try me. All right. I don't know why I had this vision of somebody calling in and telling me about their New Year's and things they want to do for the year, but that's why I'm always prepared. Almost always prepared. But again, I tell you, this year, I am no less than last year, if not even more, going to make sure I give you information that is worthy of and that you people are going to take with you and either appreciate it or, throw it out the door or whatever. But I'm going to stay on top of these things because these are things that are important. We have slipped away. We've slipped away, and a lot of people have become numb. And I don't want you to become dumb from being numb. Ooh, it's a saying. So please, please, please. All right, we're gonna call it a day. I want you to please subscribe, share, follow, whatever platforms you're looking at it. Please come on, help me out because as Kalik said earlier, I can't find his thing. Where was he? Where was he? Early on, Kalik says, Happy New Year. Underrated show. I think your YouTube is being shadow banned. I'm being shadow banned on a lot of platforms. TikTok, Facebook's kind of middle of the road. I know I am. But I will not quit the fight. I won't quit the fight. And eventually, I'll get somebody to get behind me and push me harder and support me and back me to where I don't have to answer to these platforms. But for right now, this is what I'm doing. And I'm trying to stay relevant on these platforms for the people who are sitting on the fence. For the people who are sitting on the fence that don't know any better, no fault of your own, and need to hear this stuff. And again, I get some people that I'm very close with, they go, Peter, man, what the hell's happened to you? Because they believe differently. It's like, God bless you. I still love you. I'm not telling you that you have to believe what I have to say or agree with what I have to say, but don't hate me for it because I disagree with what you're thinking. I do. At least in that particular, when it comes to what's going on in our world right now. I do. I believe you're delusional. You're delusional. Anyway, we're done. Sorry, bro. All right, that's it. I want to see you next week. Please share. Please don't forget. For those of you who are busy, I get it. You're working. Maybe you're operating a crane or something like that. If you missed the live show, it's okay. You can just Google Peter G Show podcast and take the show on the road with you. Just 400 shows to choose from. If you missed the live show, you can pick it up right after. When it's done, you can pick it up and smooth. You're killing me, Paul. You must be working tonight. Here, I'll do it one more time for you. One last drink for you. Happy New Year, 2025. I'm looking forward to this and the future. I truly am. I really am. Life, it's got to get, sometimes you got to, I said it this afternoon on one of the posts, but you got to break some eggs to make an omelet. And I like omelets, and I don't care how many people we got to feed. We'll break a whole lot of friggin' eggs to make the world go around a lot better. So here, cheers. Light a match. Take the show on the road with you. Google Peter G Show podcast. You can listen to the show. There's the audio versions. I'm on 26 different platforms. All that stuff, man. All that stuff. It's good, and you can pick the show you want to hear. If you miss the show live, I get it. You like watching the show when it's live. I truly understand, but that's okay. That's okay. Either way, better late than never. The way I see it. My name is Peter G. I want to thank you for watching Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show, every Wednesday, like clack. Good thing we're stopping. Clockwork. Start over again. Take 2. Hi, my name is Peter G. Thanks for watching. We're here every Wednesday, like clockwork. 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. I got a little song for you before we go. Take this song because things are going to get better. All right? I love you guys. Peace out.
It's 20 days until I'm back to make it great again. I'll save you from what Sleepy's done as soon as I'm sworn in. Oh, Daddy's coming home, no fear. Oh, Daddy's coming home. Inaugurate, Mr. Make It Great. Oh, Daddy's coming home. These next 4 years will be the best this country's ever seen. Thank God it's me, not Kamala B.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single